Hello everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Raids. In today's video, we're going to be pulling some void shards. This has been a very controversial event. I am very curious. I might actually put up a whole poll on this to see what people think about it. But we do have a 10x overlapping 2x voids for Fatalis Blademaster. I did a whole video on him. Let's actually see him in the things. We can see his proper base stats. I did a whole video on this guy. And, you know, the short version, you can watch the whole video. You can see how he actually performed against like top end teams in Arena in that video. But I thought his passive is incredibly strong, right? Giving him a shield and he can't be crit. That is super strong. But his damage was a bit lackluster. That being said, like over a long fight, he does win. So I think for live Arena, I think this guy could be fantastic. He could be really solid. For Classic, not really good. For Tag Arena, he'd be okay, not in your best team, but he might get a look in. So yeah, I was, on the fence about him. Honestly, I was in the position where I said his damage does feel kind of low, probably because his passive is so strong, but, I could see this champion being buffed, but would they buff this champion when he is a limited term champion, right? After the 5th of March, you cannot get him or any of the Monster Hunter champions, right? After the 5th of March, sorry, wrong faction. After the 5th of March, they're all unobtainable. I think that's the correct date. So we still have got plenty of time to go. But yeah, it's a bit of a problem. Also, in terms of shards, if you're very low on shards, we do have a Hero's Path coming up for Alatreon Blademaster. That starts on Monday, 22nd, according to the promotional material that that Plarium has put out. I'm expecting this to probably include shard pulls, to probably include soulstone pulls, and then maybe something else. I think there's going to be like artifact enhancement. I think is already going to be ongoing, so they could always overlap them, but they usually tend to not to. Maybe champion training when this ends. That could be it. It could be champ training with shard pulls and soulstone pulls. Could be intensive, but look, it's something to consider for you. But for me, I am going to go. At least I'm going to do enough shards to get the points for this. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to do any more than that. Chasing a champion in a 10x event is just not something that I would ever do. Really, very rarely. And yeah, I don't think he's worth really chasing, even though he's limited edition. But I'm happy to pull during the 10x. If we do get lucky and we do get him, sure, he's not amazing. He's probably not going to change too much for me in my account at all. But there's always the possibility he gets improved. And look, he is limited edition, so it's not so bad, right? There's plenty of voids I would like to not get that we could get. We'll see. We got to get 2,500 points. Quick reference, if you guys ever want to see, like over on my Discord, we've got lots of useful info in this tab here, though actually I think this offer calculator is out of date. I think that's dead now, so we need to remove that one. But in the pin message, there's always interesting stuff. But this one, I always go back to it. This is from Erbad, posted this one. These are your expected points, like on average, right, from each shard type. So in a 2x champion chase, you're going to get 104 points on average per void shard. Void shards tend to be much more forgiving because the void rares give you a lot of points, right? So, if you're pulling ancients, each rare is only 10 points, whereas the epics are 250. With voids, each rare is 50 points, but the epics are 350. So the gap between them is much more, like, proportionately, void rares are much better. So it gives you a lot of bad luck protection. Void shards are really tough to get, but it does mean that you're going to get to your expected points much more quickly with void shards. I have 77 right now, expecting to walk away with, let's say, 50 shards still in the bank, which is a decent chunk. That's sort of halfway towards a guaranteed event. And they could bring out a guaranteed event soon and we'd be short, but, we'll see. We'll see how it goes, right? You can't necessarily do everything. 500 points, that means there's 10 rares. They need to get rid of that. That is really bad. I know people are giving them feedback on that constantly. I wonder. It sucks for videos. Do people not mind? Is there hype in advance? To me, it just seems poor. And that's very bad. Like, not even any epics. That really sets us behind. You'd be expecting 1 to 2 epics per thing. This is 1 epic plus 9 rares. Again, the suspense. It is spoiled. Let's see, what epic will we get? I think there's a couple I don't have. Wow. Frenzy. Actually, there you go. Frenzy, I think, is new for me. I did a video on Frenzy before. Not particularly impressed, but could actually be good for some Cursed City stuff, so that's cool. 20 Void Shards. We got 19 rares in a row. Does that actually hit? Like, what's the Mercy on? 20 summons with a net. We basically were getting towards the Mercy timer right there. And we're well short, aren't we? We are not even close to... Yeah, we're well close. We're well short. So we're going to need to pull a good chunk more. Let's do another 10 pull and see where we're at. Let's go again. Here we go. Another 10 pull. And then at that point, I think we're definitely 14. Oh. Epic. We don't want to see epics. Isla, she's new. She was in the video I did on Frenzy. All the epics coming in. There's probably not a legendary then. No, 3 epics. Ruining it. Tons of points. There's the points. All came in one. We technically could have ended exactly at 50 if I pulled them one by one. That's funny. But look at that. We got Suai, Runekeeper, all potentially quite decent for the Cursed City. But yeah, they are both new Void Epics. Like, there's not many champions in the game, epic-wise, that I don't have. Like, there's a few, right? Like Cormac, Duodan. There's a few in there. Let's see, in the Skinwalkers, I've got them all now. I've got all the Skinwalkers. We got Frenzy. Like I said, both of those potentially useful for, I'd say, mostly just Cursed City, and that's it. But hey, we'll take it. That was a massive chunk of points. We almost definitely hit this. Yeah, there we go. So we got that stuff. Beautiful. We're 300 points to go, eh? 300 for a legendary tome. You know, we might... Can I claim these rewards twice? What happens? Yeah. Did I not claim them the first time? I don't know. Maybe not. Yeah, 300 points short. What we might do... What's a quick way to get 300 points? I don't want to pull any more voids because we're quite low on those. You know what? Let's do a fragment summon. Let's summon in Crackarth. You get Crackarth from Doom Tower. Crackarth could be maybe decent for some of the Cursed City stuff as well. I think Crackarth makes like your shield stronger. Could be good in bolster set. This champion, 20 reviews. Wow. Oh. Wow. People do not like Crackarth one bit. That's actually kind of funny. I mean, as you can see, Crackarth has been sat in my fragment pool since I got them, which has been a long time at this point. Yeah, the fat dark elf. Let's see. Base stats. I mean, lots of HP. Can remove a debuff from a random ally on our A1. Not great. Attacks one enemy, puts revive on death on themselves. Not good. Lordly Might. Strengthen and shield on all allies for 2 turns. It's on a 4 turn. That's rough. Like, her A1 and A2 are so terrible. You would think they could give her a 3 turn cooldown, but like, it is, strengthen is good. The shield is decent. Like, you do have some really good legendaries that have 30%, but I mean, she's got HP equal to a legendary, so 20%, it's not bad. And she increases the value of all shield buffs on all allies while this champion is alive. Yeah, because the high HP, very shield set, bolster set champion, trying to make her shield as big as possible. She's never gonna die, right? So I don't know. She might be useful for something in Cursed City. Maybe removing the debuff from an like, it's not too shabby. You could put her into like the Scarab boss. Like, she's an okay shielder for that. Force HP Dark Elf. Like, it could come up, you know. So yeah, and then we'll probably finish off the rest with some mystery shards over the next few days. Getting there, so that's totally fine. But there you go, guys. Those were the pulls for me. Oh, are we number 1? Probably not. Are we? Maybe. Are we number 1? I guess, because we've gone almost to 3,000 and we've stopped. Yeah, look at that. We're number 1 for now. I tell you, I don't think I've ever come even close to being number 1 in a champion chase tournament. Oh, there is a mythical skill tome and mythical artifacts there. That's actually extremely good. Those are super good, but it's not gonna last. It's not gonna last. I mean, I only have 47 voids left. You know, you could have a Kraken come in and pull 200 easily, so we're not gonna win that. But anyway, listen, guys, there you go. Hopefully you've got, I'd say, better luck than me. Like, we kind of pulled it back in the final 10 pull, but you know, like I said, we went further than I was hoping we would have to. It does mean we're close to the legendary book, as it were, but yeah, hopefully you've got better luck and you don't get 19 rares in a row to start it off. That was a bad way to start your Friday. and start looking towards the weekend, eh? Anyway, thanks for watching. See you all next time. Goodbye.